What's up, everyone? It's me, Joe Schmo. I'm back for another Joe's Corner. I am joined by the lovely Indigo. Say hi.
Hi.
She is an up and coming cosplayer, and she has a couple things she wants to tell you about. So go right ahead, ma'am.
Alrighty, so I mean, where do you want me to start?
Well, whatever you want to tell them what you do, tell them about yourself.
I mean, so I've been cosplaying since 2016 when I first went to my first con with a previous boyfriend of mine, and we went as Wally and Eve from Wally because we were like, hey, this is last minute, let's make this work. So we did, and it was really fun. I'm like, wow, this is like Halloween every day. Hell, I want to do this more. So now that it's 2020, I have done way too many costumes. I have like 6+ Ariel cosplays I wear, and I love it. It's just a little escape I do to keep myself sane, I guess, and just to meet new people. And it's just really fun. I enjoyed a lot.
So, obviously, you guys know what we're talking about from the title, but for those who didn't pay attention and are loyal followers and clicked, we're going to talk about cosplay today. We're going to talk about different things such as, the hard work put into it and stuff along those lines. So, ma'am, the first thing I really want to talk about is why you cosplay. And for those who follow, they know I cosplay a little bit. I've done William Shakespeare, I've done a Pokemon trainer, and I've done a couple other things. So, why do you cosplay? What makes
I
you
cos
urge?
so it just it makes me have like again a little escape from being Indigo. Like instead, like it's not that I don't mind being me. It's just kind of nice to be a change of something else. Like I could be a lich elf from a D&D podcast, or I can be a high school idol, or hell, I can be a freaking mascot from a fast food chain. It's just different creative ways to express yourself, I guess you could say. So I also really enjoy the light in the eyes that people get when you bring their characters to life. It's just like, oh, you really pulled off with the way you did this wig, or oh my god, you look just like her. Like the way you did the makeup, it looks really cool. It's just like different versions of the same character, but it's just unique ways to do said character. And I just enjoy being not me. It's just almost like acting in a way, like you did theater. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's like portraying somebody else in a way, and then I don't know, it's just kind of heartwarming to be obsessed with something and be like, wow, that's what I want to be. I want to do that for a day. So it's kind of dumb, but it's really fun. I enjoy it.
Well, see, for me, why I do it, I
Hmm.
pay homage to the characters that don't get seen. So, like William Shakespeare from the Fate timeline. I mean, yeah, he was an apocrypha, but not a lot of people paid attention to him, and not a lot of people really liked him at one point. But Fate Grand Order made people like him because of his buffs and stuff. Me personally, I love his personality and his humor and charm. And you don't see people dressing as him. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be the
That's
one
gonna
that
be me.
that's me right there. I'm gonna cosplay as him. And then I
You
mean,
see him? That's me.
yeah, exactly. That's me right there. Right? That's me. But for the easier ones, like my go-to is the Pokemon trainer because I, I if I'm gonna if it's gonna be hot, I don't want to get up in the William Shakespeare outfit because it's a lot of work and it keeps a lot of heat in, and
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get heat stroke or anything like that. So I like to go the Pokemon trainer out because it's jeans, it's the belt, it's the hat, it's the Pokeballs and the badges and my vest, which I hand stitched and did stuff like that.
Nice job.
So yes, thank you. So I like the casual, even though a lot of people see me or a lot of people do it. I personally like it because I'm. Some people like their OCs and cosplay as OCs, which is okay, and it's
Right.
perfectly fine. The Pokemon OC might be the biggest OC there might be out there because everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm a little bit of variation this way, that way. So it's not, to me, it's not, a lot of people won't care about it. But I still don't mind doing it. Is the point is if you like doing it, you gotta do it. Or you can do it no
Absolutely
matter what.
agree. And like for me, it also doesn't. I don't mind if like you hell bought it from Goodwill or if you got it from your grandmother's closet. Like if it's your own, just like baby, like you treasure, and it's just it's like yeah. So what if it's not exactly canon? It's my own take on it. Like
So while we're speaking of hard work,
Mm,
I want to know how much effort you put into making your cosplays.
that's hilarious because it really depends on how much time I have left before a con, or if last minute I'm like, oh shit, I can do this for this character, or let's change this lineup last minute. So since I don't have a con till July, I've been putting off a lot of my work for it because thankfully a lot of the stuff I'm buying, which sounds kind of lame, but hey, again, I'm not judging if you buy your cosplays. Thankfully, it's just stuff I buy and then add stuff too. So, and I do one character at a time, depending how many characters I have to do that con. Like for instance, for Otakon in July, I'm doing 9 different characters, but like I do one at a time just because it's also easier for my little ADD brain. I'm like, okay, I have to focus on this detail for this stitch, and this certain skirt needs that, blah blah blah. These shoes are needed for this character. It's it depends, honestly, because I will take a lot of time. For instance, my Harley Quinn hammer took a lot longer than I had intended, but I got it finished for the con I went to for it, and it was a huge success. So,
Okay, so one of the bigger ones you're known for is the Wendy's cosplay. So I want to know, how did you get all that stuff in time for when you first did it?
so for when I first did it, it was super last minute that I was like, you know what? Okay, I can't find a blue and white striped dress out of all the things on Amazon or Goodwill for a good price. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's find a blue and white striped romper on Amazon. So I bought it, and it worked. I got some like red and white Santa socks, and they worked for that. And then I got shoes from Goodwill. I was like, oh, I could use my natural red hair and just braid it up. This will work. And it worked. People knew who I was. It was fun. We had a whole fast food group for it. It was awesome. And then like as they say, have a glow up for it, and actually found a better dress on at Goodwill eventually because it's been a few years. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect for Wendy. So I made a little white apron to throw on. I got some cute little like step on me heels for them, and I used my Ariel wig for her now because now that I've cut my hair, it's not as long as Wendy's is. So and it works. I'm happy with her. I'm actually staring at my wig as we talk, and it makes me so happy. I'm like, that's my baby.
Now, do you have, before we go on to a little bit more serious topics and stuff like that, do you
Fair.
have any tips on, well, for people that want to get into cosplay, or they're too afraid, or they're afraid people will judge, that kind of thing?
So I have a good friend. I will not say his name, but who is a straight him pronoun gentleman who wears full on ball gowns to cons with his beard and rock. I remember for the longest time he was so convinced didn't want to do it because he was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's just too weird. I don't want people to think it's weird because he does them on TikTok all the time. But I'm like, dude, you just gotta go out and do it. Like, who cares what they think? Like, you just gotta express you and not be ashamed of it. And like, if you're insecure about it first, start small. Just do little, like, closet cosplays, for instance. It's just little things. Like, for instance, my Windy Corduroy cosplay from Gravity Falls was just a plaid shirt I had, and I used my natural hair for it, and it worked. They knew. But like, again, start small and go little by little. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone until you're absolutely ready. Like, if you're like, okay, maybe we can try to throw a wig on this and make it work. Oh, and maybe we can wear some shorts with this and wear pantyhose with this, so in case you're too shy to show your legs or something. I don't. But just cosplay community has its moments where it can be very, very judgmental, but then there's the good side of it where it's, oh my god, the way you interpreted so and so, it looks so good. It's a very heartwarming feeling when somebody is just like, wow, that's such a cool take on that character. It's really, really awesome. And it's just like, wow, I did that for them. I'm glad I could do that for so and so. So
Yes, I agree with that. Especially with me, when I first started, I didn't want to do it. I was scared. I didn't want to because I'm on the bigger side. I'm not like huge, but I mean I'm husky essentially. Uh, so I didn't want to do it, and I kept looking around at con after con. I think it was like maybe like my 20th con I decided I finally would do it, but I kept
nice.
looking around, seeing all these other people, and there was a lot of this. I discovered the positivity in the cosplay community
That's
because,
so awesome.
oh boy, you don't hear a lot of it, and then there's a
Mm-mm.
lot of judgmental people like, oh, how many fat Gokus or how many fat Kiridos are we going to see today, and that kind
Right,
of
yeah.
thing when they show up. But it's nice, especially because Shakespeare was my first serious cosplay that
Mhm.
I did, and then oddly enough, that's how I met my buddy, a buddy of mine who is a streamer slash YouTuber, Shotgun Shogun, because I mean I've watched him and watched his stuff and all that, but he really liked my Shakespeare cosplay, which helped boost some confidence in me, and then we sat there talking and so on and so forth, and now fast forward a couple years later, I work for the band, writing articles and stuff for Mobile Gaming News Network. Make sure you guys go check it out in the link description below. So it, it can start pathways, and my buddy, he's been working on it and like building up confidence, and he finally has the confidence, and then COVID-19 destroyed all that on all the plans.
How
So
dare it?
it's just it's hard at first, but if you get a good positive, I guess, community or support network, I guess that's the
Oh,
term I'm going
absolutely.
for. It makes everything a lot easier to do and go about and make the. I think that was a dog.
I was
That's a
so
dog.
confused on what that was too.
Okay, for those who are listening, I'm sorry. The neighbors are moving out, but they still have their dog outside who never shuts up. I am sorry.
I'm surprised my dogs aren't barking. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is what happens when you do move to a new place, man. You gotta get used to it. But
Just to your surroundings. I totally agree with finding positive people to do it with as well. It definitely helps. Like my boyfriend of almost 3 years and I do it together a lot, and it's just really it's a fun thing to do together with a significant other or a new group of friends, or just finding old friends to do it with. Like I know my friend from 6th grade and I, Sammy, we've been doing it together, and it's just a blast. So
yeah, the for me, I think, and this is gonna segue into the next topic. Having a
mhm.
support network is nice, especially when you go to cons with friends. They're
Yes,
there for you when you need them. And the big
absolutely.
thing with cosplays is a safe space, which a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about downtime for the cosplayers. I'm talking about unwanted touch, no unwanted touching, stuff like that. And I've been that I'm about to say this the wrong way. I haven't been the guy doing it. I've been the guy protecting people from doing the unwanted touching.
Right.
One of the best examples out there for what I'm talking about is the New York Comic Con. They have a cosplayer standing beside the sign. It was the band chick from Kill la Kill in her nudist beach outfit. I forget her
Excellent.
name,
Oh, I can't think of her name to save my life. Hang on.
but she's standing there, and beside it says "Cosplay is not consent," and that is like the biggest example I can give of that. So my whole thing is, even though they're dressed how the character is, that doesn't mean they're there for the taking. That doesn't mean, yeah, you can touch them wherever you want. They're still a human being, my dude. And don't worry, there are some Class A charges waiting for you if you try to do something. Because,
Absolutely, yeah.
uh, and a good example of that, it was an amazement one year. I forget what year it was exactly.
Still need to go to that con.
Yes, it's very great, and I really hope it goes on this year. But if COVID-19 destroys, I'm going to be very upset. Um,
Mood.
I was walking around with my buddy, my old coworker of mine. It was me and him, some other people were walking around, and we saw this girl and her. I don't know if it was her sister, girlfriend, whatever. They were sitting there having some downtime, and this creepy guy was just like really creeping on him. At first,
Oh.
he was like standing far away. Then he got closer and closer. And then he was like, "Yes, can I touch you?" He was kind of like
Ew.
that, and I'm like, and me and my guys just walked up and were like, "Nah, dude, you got to go. You see these people sitting, you can't, you got to go, bro. You got to go."
They have to have their moment. They're people too, believe it or not. They may be your husbando or waifu in person, and it's really cool. Good God, they are a person.
Yes. And I understand because cons bring out the people that really don't have social skills, and I mean
Yeah.
this in the nicest way possible.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. You're right.
But there are standards in society that carry over to these events, such as if you see someone sitting trying to rest up, you leave them be, or if they look, dehydrated, you offer them some water or something like that. Not creep on them,
Absolutely.
want to touch them, and annoy them. I couldn't speak.
No, you're good. I know what you meant.
So, what are your tips on keeping a safe space? What are your
So,
experiences, and what do you want to warn people about?
all right. So agreed as what you said, the concrete are like, hey, I like your cosplay. Can I get a picture with you? Like they're trying to relax, leave them be. Don't mess with them. They're just kind of enjoy the con, but if like they're like, oh yeah, sure, like roll with it. Like I mean, just don't push people. They're a human being too. But I suggest always to walk with somebody. Matter if it's 5 people, 1 person, or like a whole 10 group of people from a Danganronpa class. I don't know, but as long as you're with somebody, I would say you're in a better place than walking alone. I mean, hell yeah, you probably have to go to the bathroom alone, but just like in general, just stick with somebody you trust. Don't give out real information unless you absolutely know them from outside of cosplaying. Just don't give out like addresses and stuff. It's such a scary thing too because you don't know who they actually are, and like I can understand if you find out more about them and stuff over years and like, oh hey, yeah, then I can give you my address and we can send Christmas cards. I don't know, but it's so scary. And another thing with the whole safety thing, like if you're asking a picture for take a picture with somebody, like make sure it's okay. Don't be just like snooping pictures when they're not paying attention or like put your arm around them when they're for the picture and they don't like it or something. It's just common space is a con courtesy, if you will, and it's just so underappreciated too. And honestly, I'm trying to get better with it too, and like respecting all the pronouns with different people I meet. And I bring like spare water bottles for my con children. I'm con mom and my group of friends, and I breakfast bars, pop tarts, band aids, first aid kits. I bring a sewing kit. I just I make sure everyone's okay. Like I remember, I think I was at Katsu one year or Oda last year. I don't remember what con I was at, but I remember I saw this girl and she was sitting there. She was looking super worried. She was like on her phone, looking around. I'm like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I'm trying to find my friend. My phone's about to die." She was like super worried. I was like, "Hang on, what kind of phone do you have?" Oh, she's like, "Oh, I got iPhone." I'm like, "I got you." So I like whipped out my portable charger and helped her find her group of friends and stuff. And she was like 13, 14. I don't remember how old she told me she was. But I was like, don't worry. If it's okay, I'm going to stick by your side. Just make sure you find your group of friends because, like, I don't want them to have to lose you and stuff. She's like, yeah, I thought they said they were going to the bathroom, but I haven't seen them in like 15 minutes or so. I'm like, oh, God. So, like, she was calling him and we eventually found him in the dealer's room, which, of course, is if you've been in the dealer's room in a con, you know how much hell that is. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we eventually found him and it was really awesome. And so we actually became friends on Instagram. So, and it just find someone that you can trust and stick with at a con is the wrap of that. Especially if it's a bigger con like Katsucon or Otakon. It's so scary because if you're like me, I get lost hella easily. So I constantly have my phone on me and try to have it charged too so I can find people. If I for that 1 second I look away and find Love Live figures I want to look at, or oh my god, it's a Pikmin Olimar. I mean, amiibo I don't have. It's just I have you have to also pay attention, and it sounds a little weird, but don't get lost. I know that sounds kind of wide and broad, but like
No, you're
be
fine.
careful. Yeah,
So,
is
uh,
that good? I don't know.
no, no, you're fine. Sorry, someone tried to apparently wants me to do some promotional stuff, or I don't know, got distracted with
Oh,
that.
look at you.
So, did you have any instances yourself of people creeping on you, or?
So thankfully, I haven't had too many. Besides, like just walking by and somebody's like, "Oh, girl, when you got them thighs or something," but like it personally doesn't bother me unless like they're approaching me, which thankfully since I stick with people and I like hold their hands or like people I know, I like I'll hold their hands and stuff and people don't normally try to approach you when you're with somebody and holding their hand and stuff, which I've learned actually works sometimes. I don't know if it's just and then there's some other time I don't remember what con I was at. Oh god, it's been so long. I was walking upstairs and I remember I was wearing a My Hero skirt and it was a little shorter than I had intended because I'm tall and I was like, wow, it's like a shorter than I thought. Thankfully, I've got shorts underneath, but some people don't know that. So I had my friends walk behind me because I was super paranoid about that. But again, I haven't had any real. creeps, thankfully, knock on wood, that want to like be all in my space. Um, I've had stalkers and stuff, but like I've avoided them thankfully, and I've just been like sneaking around, which sounds kind of scary and bad and kind of rude, but I just he was a lot to take in, if that makes sense,
Yeah,
and I
no,
don't want to give too much
that's
detail.
fine.
So yeah,
All right. Well, I mean, me personally, I haven't had any experiences
that's
because
good.
they guys don't bother guys. I mean, unless you roll that way, which is fine, and I don't care.
Right.
But still, even then, you don't see that happening at cons. It's more towards the female crowd, which is a little bit sickening personally. But
Right. Absolutely.
like I said, I've done interventions, and I've intervened in a couple of situations and stuff like that. But so overall, guys, remember, go with a group of friends. Go, at least one person go with. Um,
Right.
if you don't mind holding hands, apparently that works too.
It
Um,
works for me. I don't know, because like sometimes I'll pretend like my friend Nikki, she is my cosplay wife. We have dubbed each other and like just holding our hands like helps. Like I remember I had walked away for a second and she was like, "Get over, I need you, I need you." You okay? She was like, "This guys will not stop staring at me." So like I immediately acted like her girlfriend and he walked away. So it works.
there you go, folks. That means if a girl is all by herself and all of a sudden another girl comes on top of her, that means you're creeping around. Just keep that in mind,
There you
everyone.
go.
All right? So, all right, how do I want to segue
Fine.
this? I'm trying to. Okay, cosplay health tips. I didn't tell you about this earlier, but you brought it up about because of bringing bottles of water. Do you have any health tips and safety tips about
Health tips is
yeah, like about not overheating, um, making sure
always bring a
hydration,
spare
stuff like
water
that.
bottle. Yeah. Always bring a spare water bottle and a spare jacket. Hell, I don't care if it's the middle of summer. Bring a jacket. Like it can be a light sweater, but just remember to keep an eye out for like the weather and stuff too. Like, oh man, it's gonna be cold this weekend at my con. Let's bring a spare pantyhose to wear just in case it gets too cold. Bring a spare pair of shoes too. Oh my god, that is always the thing. People always forget like their feet are gonna be killed from wearing these obnoxious anime shoes, and it's just like, oh. Then you go back Monday morning at work. It's like all the regret because your feet are killing you. Um, Bring a spare costume too, because God forbid something might happen. Like, oh God, the zipper got stuck and it ripped my dress. Let's throw on Junko from my. I almost said Junko from My Hero. Good God. Can you imagine her, My Hero? Yikes! No, thank
Ugh.
you. But just bring backup. You never know what might happen. Bring sunscreen if you have to, even if you're not going to be outside for long. But you never know. Like last minute, there might be a adventure zone shoot that you want to go to, and it's outside. You're like, crap, I can't. I don't have sunscreen. But hey, look out! Emergency friend brought sunscreen. So just bring random essentials that you don't think you might need, but it's just like, hey, you never know. Um, please shower. Love God, please shower and use deodorant. Axe, my friends, is not, and perfume is not a shower. I will. It is not a shower. Bathe your body, brush your teeth, wash your goddamn hands, please. You don't want to be nasty and smelling nasty when you're trying to like find your cosplay idol, and like, what if you smell funky? That would be embarrassing. I don't know, dude. That's scary stuff.
See, all right. So there's her health tips. Me personally, like
What you
she
got?
said, keep an eye on the weather because I've had plenty of instances while I'm walking out. All right, it's 20 something degrees and I have paper thin costume. Okay, cool. Well, that's how it is. And yeah, I understand, especially if you have to walk to the venue, then go inside. It's like 70 degrees or so. If you have a friend, have them carry a book bag if you need it with extra stuff like extra clothes. Like I would say, carry a pair of extra clothes just in case because you
Oh,
don't know what's going to
absolutely.
happen. Case especially
Yeah.
if you're trying to eat, then something spills on you and stuff like that. Just take care of stuff.
Right.
Also, I would carry a sewing needle with someone who knows how to sew just in case for the
For
cosplay.
sure.
There are also I've seen at the cons I go to, there are stands that will help you sew and fix up your cosplays now. So that's
That's
very
true.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, extra wig caps. Sorry, just thought of.
No, you're good. You're good. So with this, I think this will be a good time to start getting near the end. So, Miss Indigo, what are your upcoming plans and upcoming cosplays that you have in mind?
So I have, since if Otakon does happen at the end of July up in DC, I'm bringing a total of 9 different costumes because why not? So I'm bringing a punk and formal version of Sailor Jupiter from Sailor Moon with a group. I'm pretty excited for that. I also have another Love Live group I'm doing. Well, not another. 3 Love Live groups I'm doing. There's one where we're doing Muse slash Evolutions, and I'm doing Ellie's Glaceon. We're doing Punk Rock Sunshine, doing Yo, which I'm very excited for. I'm doing Carmelita Fox with my friend Megan, who's going to be Sly Cooper. Toru from Kobayashi's Maid Dragon with my friend, my cosplay wife. I'm also bringing Pen Up Olimar from Savannah Alexander's artwork because she drew a whole Pen Up Pikmin set with Olimar, and I'm obsessed with Pikmin. I need to cosplay this. So that's all I have so far for that. And then if Otakon does not happen, I will try, hoping I'm like aiming for 75% gonna be at Colossal East. I'm really hoping because I've never been and it sounds really, really fun. And if that doesn't happen, I'll be at NecoCon in November here in Hampton, Virginia.
Well, as you guys hear, she's got a lot of things going on. So if you end up going to NecoCon and all that stuff, make sure you go see her, say hi, tell her that the Joe Schmo podcast sent her your way, or sent you her way. So with that, guys, this is on the shorter end, but we got some serious topics that we talked about, which,
absolutely,
long story short, don't be creeping on people. Be nice, be respectful. If they seem dehydrated, go buy them a bottle of water or get them a cup of water and go off for that. So with that, guys, this is Joe Schmo signing off. Miss Indigo, any final words?
stay happy, stay healthy, and wash your damn hands.
So with that,
oh,
go
also,
ahead.
and respect pronouns.
Respect the pronouns. You heard her, people. So remember to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you check out Mobile Gaming News Network when you get a chance. Check out Miss Indigo's Instagram and all her other stuff. They will be in the link in the description below. And I will see you guys later.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Indigo says trans rights.
And with that, we're out, folks. Goodbye.